happening since last couple of days. I am seeing there is a huge network issues. So whenever we are trying to log in, means it is not happening with me, it's happening with other professors as well. So whenever we are logging in, it is not opening up the Zoom app. So maybe some network related issues. Sorry for the delay. So anyway, I have seen that many of you started uploading your assignments to the AIS. It is really good that you have started. How many of you are left with the assignment? Any idea?
Sir, me.
Sir, me.
Okay.
Sir, me also.
Means I think 50% have submitted or 40%. So what would be means how many of you have submitted already? Because I have not started downloading the Excel sheets, because I want you to submit first, then only I will download. Okay. So in chapter 2 and chapter 3, we don't have much things, much assignments. The only assignment which is there, I have already given you. From next chapter onwards, we will have a little bit more assignments. Okay. So so currently we are in our chapter 3. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 is over. So the assignment which I have given to you, that is for chapter 1 and chapter 2, right? So for chapter 3, we will definitely, so the first part we have started. Once we complete the second part, we will definitely give you some assignment. Okay. So now quickly, I must take your attendance first. Let me see how many of you are present. Attendance is pretty low today, what I'm seeing. Obrunil?
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
No, that's okay. I have not, I have not started roll call. I'm just asking that many of you are absent today.
Sir, network issues maybe.
Okay, okay. ठीक है. No worries. I'm just opening up the Excel sheet, your Excel sheet. So we have section A. Section A. Okay, yeah. May I switch off the video if you don't mind? Because I think it is creating some latency.
Yes,
Students?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay. So, Anandita?
Present, sir.
Abhishek?
Present, sir.
Abhishek Swain?
Present, sir.
Abhishek Chandra?
Present, sir.
Abranil, present. Adarsh?
Present, sir.
Aditya? Aditya Anand? Afreen?
Present, sir.
Afsana?
Present, sir.
Akarshan?
Present, sir.
Akash? Akash? अक्षय अक्षय कृति।
Present, sir.
अच्छा, आप आ गए शादी से वापस?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, तो कैसा रहा, सब ठीक रहा?
हाँ सर, अच्छा रहा सर। लास्ट क्लास में प्रेजेंट थी।
प्रेजेंट थे आप?
हाँ मैं थी।
अच्छा, आप तो रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं किया आपने, तो
मैं
मैंने आपको एब्सेंट।
अटेंडेंस से पहले डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई थी, तो फिर से मैंने ज्वाइन किया।
अच्छा, तो ईमेल कर सकते थे मुझे कि मैं प्रेजेंट था सर, आई वाज गॉट डिस्कनेक्टेड, ठीक है?
हाँ सर।
सो थैंक यू। अक्षिता।
प्रेजेंट सर।
अलीशा।
Present, sir.
अमान।
Present,
अमान,
sir.
ओके।
Present, sir.
अमनदीप।
Present, sir.
अमलान। अमलान। आनंद।
Present, sir.
दानु।
प्रेजेंट सर।
अनिकेत।
Present, sir.
अनिमेश।
Sir, present.
हाँ अनिकेत, आई हैव मार्क्ड यू प्रेजेंट।
Okay,
अनिमेश।
sir.
अनिमेश। अंकित।
Present, sir.
अंकिता।
प्रेजेंट सर।
अंकित इज देयर, अंकित कुमार।
Yes, sir.
अंशिका। अंशिका। अपूर्वा।
Present, sir.
अपूर्वा तोमर।
प्रेजेंट सर।
अरे आप कहाँ थे अपूर्वा जी?
Sir, due to some health issues, I couldn't attend the classes.
क्या हो गया था आपको?
Sir, actually, I had a surgery. So after that, I was keep
अरे
running
बाप रे
to the
बाप।
doctor. So the
अच्छा
time
अच्छा,
was not.
all okay now, it's all okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay okay, वो कुछ सीरियस था क्या कुछ? और
नहीं
मतलब
सर, एक्चुअली डॉक्टर की गलती की वजह से थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो गया, ऐसा कुछ सीरियस था नहीं।
ओके ओके ओके, यू टेक केयर, हाँ यू टेक केयर अपूर्वा जी।
यस सर।
और रेस्ट लीजिए आप, ठीक है? ऑपरेशन के बाद आपको रेस्ट लेना चाहिए, ठीक है?
यस सर।
आप मुझे
Thank you.
एक ईमेल कर दीजिएगा, ठीक है? विथ
Yes,
सम
sir.
सर्टिफिकेशन। आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ योर अटेंडेंस बिकॉज यू हैव ऑलरेडी मिस्ड ऑलमोस्ट 5 क्लासेस। हाँ पूर्वा जी, तो
Okay,
इसको
sir.
इसको हम थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर लेंगे, ठीक है? आप मुझे एक ईमेल कीजिए इंडिविजुअली विथ सम डॉक्यूमेंट व्हिच यू हैव, ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Okay.
आई
Thank you, sir.
विल कंसीडर योर अटेंडेंस, ठीक है?
Okay, thank you, sir.
सो अर्पित। Arpit is not present.
Sir, Arpita Agrawal, I am present.
Arpita, okay. Sorry, Arpita Agarwal.
Yes, sir.
Arpita Agarwal, okay? Yeah,
Yes, sir,
present.
present.
Arun,
Present, sir.
Atisha,
I'm present, sir.
Atul,
Present, sir.
Avita,
Present, sir.
आयुष।
Present, sir.
अरे आयुष जी कहाँ थे आप?
सर मेरा स्टेट कैंप चल रहा था सर क्रिकेट का। सर मैं डीन सर को मेल किया था, लास्ट वीक एब्सेंट था सर।
अच्छा, आप क्रिकेट खेलते हैं?
जी सर।
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। कभी हमें भी बुलाइए आपके क्रिकेट मैच देखने के लिए, हाँ? जब
सर,
होगा तब बुलाइएगा
जी,
हमें भी, हाँ?
सर वो लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचा हूं सर, जरूर बुलाऊंगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, चलिए शुभकामनाएं आपको। वर्षा।
Present, sir.
विपुल। विश्वजीत।
Present, sir.
चैत्य
Present,
चैत्य
sir. Present, sir.
चिराग
Present, sir.
दीपशिका
Present, sir.
आप दीपशिका जी बहुत इरेगुलर दिख रहे हैं, 2 क्लास करते हैं फिर 3 क्लास नहीं रहते हैं, क्या हो गया
Sir,
है?
out of station. Sir, out of station थी sir.
अच्छा ठीक है, आगे अभी आउट ऑफ स्टेशन मत जाइए, ठीक है?
हाँ. Okay.
आगे काफी इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें होने वाला है, ठीक है?
हाँ, sir.
देवी वंदना,
Present, sir.
दिव्येश,
Present, sir.
ईशा ईशा महातो, फैजान,
Present, sir.
गौतम,
Present, sir.
हंसराज,
Present, sir.
हरगोविंद हैरी वर्ड,
Present, sir.
ऋतिक,
Present, sir.
ईशतदीप Ishaddeep is absent once again. Kushal,
Present, sir.
ईशतदीप को बुखार आ रहा था ना अमरनील?
यस सर.
तो थोड़ा पूछो क्या हो गया अभी, ठीक है? थोड़ा बात करो उससे, ठीक है?
हाँ सर, ठीक है सर.
बताना मुझे क्या हो रहा है. कौशल,
प्रेजेंट सर.
कृति, कुलजीत,
Present, sir.
लवलीना,
प्रेजेंट सर।
मानव, मनसीता,
प्रेजेंट सर।
मृणाल, नील,
Present, sir.
भवानी,
प्रेजेंट सर।
पायल,
यस सर।
पौशाली, प्राची,
Present, sir.
प्राची कुकरेजा,
प्रेजेंट सर।
प्रज्ञाश्री,
Present, sir.
प्रतीक,
Present, sir.
प्रथम,
Present, sir.
प्रतीक्षा, Okay, thank you. This is 28th of Jan 2021. Good. ठीक है, चलिए let's start our pending part which we had in this chapter 3. So quickly students, can we do a recap what we have learned in our last session? क्या सीखा था हमने लास्ट सेशन पे, क्या क्या डिस्कस हुआ था?
So mean, sample mean, population mean, median, mode, trimmed mean, geometric mean.
Very good, very nice. अच्छा, आदर्श खंडेलवाल डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं. आदर्श जी आप है? आदर्श जी आप है क्लास में? आपने तो रिस्पॉन्ड किया है। अच्छा, रोल नंबर 33।
यस सर।
आप भी रिस्पॉन्ड किया है?
थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है, चलिए। हाँ
हेलो।
हाँ बोलिए।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर। सर एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए।
सर रोल नंबर 6 सर आदर्श।
हाँ आपको मैंने मार्क किया तो है।
हाँ सर मैं अभी एक्चुअली डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था।
नो प्रॉब्लम। ठीक है।
हाँ जी
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हाँ बोलिए।
सर रोल नंबर 17 प्रेजेंट है। वो मेरा माइक अनम्यूट नहीं हो रहा था।
अमलान।
यस सर।
ठीक है, चलिए। So let us start now today's discussion. So we learned about the measures of locations, right? In our last session. Now we are going to talk about the measures of variability. Okay, so before we go to the measures of variability, we have to complete other two measures. Those are percentiles and quartiles, right? Percentiles and quartiles, which are the measures of location once again, right? So we are clear about what do we mean by population mean, sample mean, geometric mean, weighted mean. So can anyone give me an example of weighted mean? Can anyone give me an example of weighted mean or weighted average? Anyone? Which we have learned? You forgot? You remember this example? You remember this example, students? I'm asking you.
Yes, sir.
So what was that? So we had wages like, 21.60, 28.72, 11.80, 19.75, and 24.16 for different, jobs need to be done to build a house, right? We have to, come out with a, weighted average wage for all the workers, all the type of workers. And this should not compromise, or this should not neglect the number of hours which we require. So it should somehow give the full incentive to all the type of workers. So it should not be biased to any of these. So for that reason, we are multiplying the number of hours to be dedicated for each and every job. So for a similar example, which I can give you is, say I am trying to give you a grade, right? Or we are trying to, have a mean score of this class. So you have a so you have a, written exam as well as a viva exam. Okay. So we are trying to get an average mean of your written exam, but obviously the vivas, whatever in vivas you have scored, that will influence your written exam. So whatever score you have got in your viva exam, that we can multiply it with your written exam and get a mean out of it, right? So this is the way that you can use weighted mean in different scenarios, right? So you can consider certain weights of which can influence your your observation. So here your observation is the wage per hour and the number of hours dedicated for each and every type of job can influence your wage. So while calculating the weighted mean, we always take the number of hours as a weight. Correct? Students, is it clear to everyone? This is very important
Yes,
in terms
sir.
of your exam.
Yes, sir.
If you don't understand, please ask. I will repeat again and again. Okay? But don't get confused or don't mug up things. Okay, so another measure that we have that is called percentile. That is also a location measure, location of your central tendency. So a percentile provides the information about how the data are spread over the interval from the smallest value to the largest value. Okay. So the value that we have got is this, right? For so apartment rents. So let's consider the value of apartment rents. So this is the original value that we had, right? So first we have to sort it in an ascending order to get the percentile. This is not sorted. This data is not sorted. Yes or no? Tell me, students. So 545 after 715, then after 530, 690. So this is not sorted, right? So what it is saying that to calculate the percentile, right? To calculate the percentile, we have to arrange the data from smallest value to the largest value to check the intervals, in the spread over. So the pth percentile of a data set is the value such that at least p% of the items take on this value or less, and at least 100 minus p% of the items take on this value or more. So we are clearly trying to bifurcate the data in two halves. One is the p half, another is the 100 and p half, 100 minus p half. Students, are we clear about this? So we have 70 observations. We have 70 observations. Students, we have 70 observations. Yes or no? Please respond. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we have
Yes,
70 observations. We are trying to bifurcate or divide these two in this particular data in two half. One is your p half, means the percentage. So whatever the percentage may be, 70%, 60%, 80%. One half is 80%. Another half would be 100 minus 80. Correct, students? 20%.
Yes,
so in percentile, so we try to see, the major chunk, right, in one half, another half into, and the rest of them in the other half, right? So to arrange the data in ascending order, to do the percentile calculation and compute the LP. So the location of the pth percentile. So we are trying to, find out the exact location, means which data is the, the pth percentile. So we will discuss this, concept with an example that will clarify your doubts. So just to understand the formula, the LP should be equals to P divided by 100 multiplied by n plus 1. N is your number of
Sir, observation.
Number of observation. Very good. So let's take this example now. So what do we have? We have, apartment rents. we have sorted all the rents in an ascending order, starting from the lowest value up to the highest value, that is 715, correct? We have done the ascending sorting. Now we have to calculate the LP. So we are trying to check the 80th percentile. So it will be L80. What we are trying to see? The 80th percentile. Just to see what are the major values under 80th percentile. If we take the whole range of data and try to check what are the values comes under 80% of the whole observation, the total value. Okay. So for that, what we do? So P by 100 multiplied by n plus 1. So your P is 80th percentile. It may be 70th, it may be 75th, it may be 90th, it may be anything. It depends upon at what percentile we are trying to check the data set. This is descriptive statistics. We are trying to check, we are trying to measure the location of the central tendency. Okay? So on the basis of our problem, we decided that we are going to check the 80th percentile. Okay? So if you put the value here 80 divided by 100 and multiply with n plus 1, that is 70 plus 1, 71, we'll get a value of 56.8. Students?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes,
Very
sir.
simple. So it signifies that the 80th percentile, the 56th value plus 0.8 times the difference between the 57th and 56th value would be the 80th percentile. So what we are trying to see here, this number 56, that is the count, you know, this is the count. This is not the value. So if you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, likewise, this is, sorry, this is the 56th number. 635 is your 56th number, right? So 56.8 means your 80th percentile lies between, your 80th percentile lies between 56th number and
57 number.
57th number. Very good. So to calculate what exactly the number would be for 80th percentile, what we will do, we will take the 56th number, that is your 635. That is your 635, yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
That is your 635. Then we have to take the decimal value out of this, that is 0.8, multiplied with the difference between the value of 57th place and 56th place. That would give you the 80th percentile value of the whole data set. 646.2. So mean is one of the central tendency. 80th percentile is also, we can check that where is the location, location of the 80th percentile. So the 80th percentile would be 646.2. That would be the 80th. So the rest of them, so once we have identified 646.2, so which is, you know, in between these two values, 635 and 649. Is it coming in between these two values? Yes or no? Tell me, students.
Yes, sir.
635 and 649. Now what we can see, this whole group is coming under 88th percentile, right? This whole chunk, which is, you know, encircled with a black border. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So what we can say, at least 80% of the items take on a value of 646.2 or less. That is the interpretation that of a percentile. तो इसमें हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि 80% of the items or the observations which we have or the samples which we have take on the value of 646 or less than 646. आप समझ रहे तो आपको एक आइडिया मिल रहा है रेंट का, अपार्टमेंट रेंट का, कि 80% केसेस में आइदर 646 हो रहा है या उससे नीचे हो रहा है, तो रेंट 646 के ऊपर जाने का चांसेस कम है. So the 80% probability of having, so from this sampling, what we can implicate, we can implicate that in 0.8 probability of having a rent in a particular locality is either 646.2 or less. 0.8%, 0.8 probability or 80% probability. Are you getting my point? And at least 20% of the items take on the value of 646.2 or more. You see this? These all values which are out of this box, which are out of this box, are more than the value of 646.2. So 0.2 probability or 20% probability having the rent beyond 646.2 or 646.2, right? Is it clear now, the concept of percentile? Students, please answer me. All of you, this is very important. I need your complete attention here. These are very, very treacherous concepts. While explaining, it will become very easy. But once I explain, you go back for your assignments or exam, you will find it very difficult to solve the problems. So I'll ask you again and again, what are the steps we have done? Can anyone brief me about it quickly? So what is the first step once you get the data set? How will you calculate a certain percentile, maybe 85th percentile? How will you do that? Once you get the entire data set, how, step by step, can you tell me, anyone? Your name, please. Name. Bipul. हाँ, Bipul बोलिए. ठीक है. First we will arrange it, then LP. L85. So we have to calculate L85. L85. So what is the value of L85? We will check with the formula. With the formula. Yeah. Correct. Very good. We will get the value of that place. Maybe 57th or 58th. Then what we'll do? No, forget about 56. Maybe I'm giving you a new figure, 58.5 and 59. 58.5. So new figure is 58.5. Good, very good. Then we can say that 85% of the items, whatever value we get, maybe you got a value of say 652. Okay. So once you get the value of 652 of 85th percentile, what we can say? What is the inference? if you get a value of 652, what would be the inference of 85th percentile? If you get a value of 652, you did it absolutely correct, Vipul. You did it absolutely correct. Now you take the difference, multiply it with the decimal value, add it with this 58th number. Okay. Now you got a value, say 652. Now once you get the value of the 85th percentile, what we can say with that? What is the meaning of that? Not average, not average. You are very close. You see this slide and answer. You see the same slide and answer. Or and clear, Vipul? So students, any doubt about this? Vipul explained better than me. Any doubt? So let's move on, because this will be more complex, quartiles. So if I take some standard percentiles like 25th, 50th and 75th. Students, please concentrate. Now what we are trying to do here, another measure is the quartile. Percentile we understood? Students, please answer me. Please.
Yes, sir.
Please keep responding. Keep yourself unmute. ठीक है? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मैं आपको ये सब कंसेप्ट जो है ये बहुत बेसिक है, लेकिन पूरा स्टैटिस्टिक्स का फंडामेंटल ये अगर आपको सही से समझ में आ गया तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं स्टैटिस्टिक्स में. ठीक है? ये सब जो भी हम अभी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? पहला 4 चैप्टर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. First 4 chapters in statistics are the most important, full of most important concepts. हाँ, तो हम परसेंटाइल जैसे 85th निकाला, अभी 80th निकाला, हमारे पास कुछ स्टैंडर्ड परसेंटाइल्स है to understand the data. 25th, 50th and 75th. We call it first quartile, second quartile and third quartile. ठीक है? So now what we will do, how we will calculate 75th percentile, the third quartile? Once again, someone from you must explain how we can calculate 75th percentile the way we have calculated 85th. Can anyone please explain how we can calculate 75th percentile? Who is going to take up? नहीं तो मैं पूछूंगा नाम लेके. Someone must volunteer. Come on. विपुल ने इतना अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किया है. Someone else please. अच्छा, अपूर्वा जी आप है क्लास में?
Yes, sir.
तो बताइए कैसे करेंगे 75th percentile?
So first we will put the formula.
क्या फॉर्मूला है? क्यों करेंगे फॉर्मूला?
Because
क्या हो गया अपूर्वा जी, बताइए. आप अच्छे से बता सकते हैं. I believe you can explain it better than people. आप बताइए थोड़ा.
sir, I'm not able to explain.
अरे क्या 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 हो गया अपूर्वा जी? अब आप सुने हैं अभी जो डिस्कशन हुआ था या नहीं सुने
Yes,
हैं?
sir. Yes,
अगर
sir.
नहीं सुने हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, आपको फिर ये समझ नहीं आएगा। अगर सुने हैं तो आप बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं।
Sir,
आप
सुने
बताइए।
हैं.
सुने हैं ना आप?
सुने हैं.
सुना है ना? फिर आप बिल्कुल एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं। बताइए, डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ दीज थिंग्स। अरे आप बताइए, देखिए 75th परसेंटाइल कैसे करेंगे आप? L75 को आपको निकालना है, करेक्ट? बताइए, मैं आपको हेल्प कर रहा हूँ, प्लीज आप बताइए। L75 निकालना है आपको।
Yes, sir.
फॉर दैट व्हाट यू नीड टू डू,
Formula.
व्हाट यू हैव इन, हाँ बोलिए, सही जा रही है, बताइए। आपको 75th परसेंटाइल अगर निकालना है, फॉर दैट वी हैव अ फॉर्मूला P डिवाइडेड बाय 100 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय n प्लस 1। व्हाट इज P? व्हाट इज P? P क्या है?
Percentile.
हाँ, तो कितना परसेंटाइल निकाल रहे हैं हम?
75.
तो 75 डिवाइडेड बाय
100.
मल्टीप्लाइड बाय
70 plus 1.
70 क्या था आपका?
70.
70 क्या था आपका? 70 क्या था? 70 आपका सैंपल साइज था अपूर्वा जी। ये 70 वैल्यूज है।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ये 70 वैल्यूज है, 70 है आपका सैंपल साइज। एन सुनते ही आपके दिमाग में सैंपल साइज आना चाहिए
Yes, sir.
स्टैटिस्टिक्स में, ठीक है? तो 70 आपका सैंपल साइज है, तो ये दोनों ऐड
Yes.
करेंगे तो 71 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 75 डिवाइडेड बाय 100, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So we'll get 53.25. That means ये 75th percentile कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है? लोकेशन मेजर है, कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है? If it is 53.25, then where it is located? कोई और ट्राई कीजिए, अपूर्वा जी को थोड़ा हेल्प कीजिए।
Sir, between 53 and 54.
गुड, बिटवीन 53 एंड 54। तो बताइए अपूर्वा जी, कौन सा वैल्यू है आपके पास? 53rd एंड 54th के बीच दोनों कौन कौन से वैल्यूज है?
625.
एंड 625 है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes,
तो
sir.
दोनों 57th 54th भी 625 है और 53rd भी
625.
625 है। वेरी गुड। तो अभी जो थर्ड क्वार्टाइल है, मतलब 75th परसेंटाइल, थर्ड क्वार्टाइल मतलब क्या है? 75th परसेंटाइल, ठीक है? तो उसका वैल्यू क्या होगा? उसका वैल्यू क्या होगा? 53rd वैल्यू, 53rd वैल्यू प्लस 625 प्लस द डेसिमल नंबर, दैट इज 0.25। उसका जो डेसिमल नंबर आया था 0.25, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That would be multiplied with the difference of 54th value and 53rd.
53rd value.
That would be 0 multiplied by 0.
Yes, sir.
So
Then
the
it
third
will
quartile value is 625.
be, yes.
What does it mean?
It means
It
75th.
means 75%
Awesome.
of the items are of value of 625 or less. Correct. Very good. And more than, and 25% and 25%
of the value is 625 or more.
25. वेरी गुड। अपूर्वा जी, इतना घबराएंगे तो कैसे चलेगा? आपको सब कुछ पता है, आप थोड़ा बताइए, हम आपको थोड़े खा तो लेने जाएंगे आपको।
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, तो इतना डरना नहीं है, हाँ ठीक है, हमारे साथ इतना डरना नहीं है, ठीक है? आराम से रहिए, ठीक है? कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है तो मुझे पूछिए प्लीज। दिस इज एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल ऑफ यू स्टूडेंट्स, ठीक है, अभी जितना है, जितना सवाल पूछना है अभी पूछ लीजिए हमसे, है ना।
Yes, sir.
चलिए अभी हम लोग आ जाते हैं मेजर्स ऑफ वेरिएबिलिटी पे। एक मिनट, ये बहुत ज्यादा लेटेंसी हो रहा है, लेट मी स्विच ऑफ द वीडियो। If so if we want to measure the variability, what I have explained last time, we try to check how much data is spreaded across the central line. ठीक है, that is why we do this kind of a measure. So it is often desirable to consider measures of variability, that is the dispersion or the spread, as well as a measure of location. For example, choosing a supplier A, जैसे मान लीजिए कि अब supplier A को choose करेंगे, ठीक है, और supplier B might consider not only the average delivery time for each, but also the variability in the delivery time for each. So that means, मान लीजिए आपके पास दो supplier है, स्टूडेंट सब सुन रहे हैं, प्लीज पे योर अटेंशन। व्हाई वी नीड वेरिएबिलिटी मींस दिस डिस्पर्शन एज वेल। हमको तो मीन पता होने से ही हो जाता ना काम, बट सब केसेस में सिर्फ मीन पता होने से काम नहीं चलता है। कैसे? जैसे मान लीजिए कि मैं एक बिजनेस चलाता हूं, मेरा एक सप्लायर है, ठीक है, तो मेरा एक सप्लायर है जिसका मीन तो ठीक है, मतलब वो मान लीजिए हर 10 दिन में, मतलब ऑन एन एवरेज 10 दिन में वो प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर करता है मुझे। स्टूडेंट्स आर यू लिसनिंग टू मी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हर 10 दिन में वो मुझे सप्लाई कर देता है, ठीक है, ऑन एन एवरेज। कभी 15 दिन करता है, कभी 20 दिन करता है, कभी 12 दिन करता है, कभी 11 दिन करता है, ऑन एन एवरेज 10 दिन में वो कर देता है, कभी 9 दिन, कभी 7 दिन, ठीक है। और एक मेरे पास सप्लायर है, एक सप्लायर ए के बाद बोला मैंने, और एक सप्लायर बी का बात बोला, ठीक है। और एक सप्लायर है जिसका एवरेज भी 10 दिन है, दोनों का एवरेज 10 दिन है, ठीक है। सप्लायर ए और सप्लायर बी दोनों का एवरेज 10 दिन है, दूसरे का भी एवरेज 10 दिन है, लेकिन सप्लायर बी जो है वो कुछ केसेस में हम देख रहे हैं 20 दिन 25 दिन भी लगाता है, फिर भी उसका एवरेज लगभग 10 के आसपास है। लेकिन कोई सप्लायर 20 से 25 दिन लगाता है सप्लाई करने में, वी कैन नॉट अफोर्ड हिम इन द बिजनेस, करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We cannot afford him. So that is why we check the dispersion as well, not only the mean. That is my whole point. It is not sufficient only to check the mean. We have to check the dispersion as well to understand the data. Central location, it's good. Percentile, quartile, mean, weighted mean, सब कुछ आपने देख लिया है. But if the variability is out of our specification or requirement, then it is a problem for me. All the items cannot be taken as an outlier, right? We cannot go all the time for a trimmed mean. What I am trying to say here is, right? So for that reason, we always need another measure of variability. So what are the measures of variability? Range, interquartile range, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation. Range, interquartile range, variance, standard deviation, coefficient of variation. हमारा measure of location क्या क्या था? कौन बताएगा? Measure of location क्या क्या था? What were the measures of location?
Mean, median.
Very good.
Mean, median, mode.
और
Weighted mean, percentile.
Percentile and
Sample mean.
Quartile.
Sample mean. Very good. Population mean, sample mean. Very good. And on the other hand, for the measures of variability, what do we have? Range, interquartile range, variance, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation. 5. Okay. So let's take it one by one. The range is the range of a data set is the difference between the largest and smallest value. तो बताइए वो जो हमारा था अपार्टमेंट रेंट वाला डेटा, उसमें डिफरेंस क्या होगा, वो रेंज क्या होगा उसका? जो अपार्टमेंट रेंट का डेटा था स्टूडेंट्स,
Yes, sir.
उसका रेंज कैसे निकालेंगे हम? वेरी सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल. क्या करना है?
लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू माइनस स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू.
लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू माइनस स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू. तो उसका लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू कैसे मिलेगा हमें?
Last value of the series.
सीरीज तो था ही नहीं, वो तो जंबल्ड अप था, हमने फिर सॉर्ट करना है ना.
Yes, sir. After arranging it.
After arranging it.
After arranging it, we can take the first value and the last value.
Last value.
Very good. So the range would be 715 minus 525. That is your 190. Clear? Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it is the simplest measure of variability. It is very sensitive to the smallest and largest values. ठीक है? ठीक है. तो हमारा स्प्रेड निकल गया, रेंज 190 है. ठीक है. Now, interquartile range. The interquartile range of a data set is the difference between the third quartile and the first quartile. It is the range for the middle 50% of the data. It overcomes the sensitivity to extreme data values. What does it mean? Third quartile क्या था आपका? If you remember, 75% कितना निकाला था हमने?
625.
और कौन निकाला था इसको? इसको कौन निकाला था 625 को? अपूर्वा जी आप है या चले गए?
Yes, sir.
आप बताइए कि मैंने निकाला था 625.
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो बताइए 625 हमने निकाला था, ठीक है ना?
Yes.
And first quartile is say